Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Emily and today I am doing the Contradictions Book Tag. I've seen this one going around BookTube lately, so I thought I would give it a go. Number 1, I love this genre, but I didn't like this book. And for that, I'm going with The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I love mystery thrillers, but I just cannot stand the way this author writes her books. I'm trying not to be mean, and I think that some of her ideas are fun and unique, but it's like reading the same book over and over again with different settings and different characters. I cannot stand them. I'm sorry. And I don't even know if I'll try her newest one or not. And it would be like the last time, give her one more chance, but I don't even want to do that. The thought of reading it just like makes me frustrated. Number 2, I rarely read this genre, but I loved this book. So I don't read a lot of historical fiction because it makes me slow down on my reading. I don't know what it is. It's just sometimes a slog to get through, and they could be like really good books and I could end up loving them, but it takes me forever to read them unless I have an audiobook. And it just so happened that I had an audiobook for this one, and it was a book club book from my library. And I flew through it and I ended up reading it 4 times in 1 month, and that is Under a Painted Sky by Stacey. And this one we're following Sam and Andy, and they get into a little bit of trouble. They are persons of color. You've got an Asian girl and a black girl, and they're on the run and they're trying to just make it to a better place. And on their way to where they plan on going, they find a friend group with these 3 guys, and they kind of travel with them, and bigger group, more numbers, they feel safer, but at the same time they're hiding their identities because they are playing at being boys and they are really girls. I absolutely love this, thought it was so well done, and I could read this every year and never get tired of it. Number 3, I love this trope, but I didn't like this book. So I really love this author's other works, but this series was not one of my favorites, and that is I Was Born Ruined by Sam Stunich. Normally I like biker romances and reverse harems, but this one just fell flat for me. There are some taboo themes in here, and I don't know, it just did not work for me. I couldn't even begin to explain why without spoiling things, but I enjoyed the relationships, but the way that they were brought on, I just did not enjoy. And you'll see by another book that I just don't like this trope, and this one unfortunately had it in it, but it had other tropes that I really loved, so I thought I would like it. I love this author's writing and her other books, and this one just did not work for me. Even though I read the whole series, it just never got better. Okay, number 4. I hate this trope, but I love this book, and for this one, I'm gonna go with Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I am not a big fan of like love triangles at all, and this one kind of has one in it, but the way that it was done was so good, and I don't even know if you can call it a love triangle, but it kind of feels that way at one point. And I just loved this book. It is definitely a new favorite romance of mine, and I don't know that I would have picked this up if I hadn't been doing it for something. Number 5, I love this author, but I didn't like this book, and for that one I'm gonna go with Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. Just like I Was Born Ruined, the taboo-ness of the romance with, you've got the younger girl and her boyfriend's dad, whereas I Was Born Ruined is the younger girl and her father's motorcycle guys. But this one, I don't know. I really liked Pike as a character. Jordan was okay, but I just could not get behind it. It was not my favorite at all. Definitely my least favorite of all her works. Number 6, I previously disliked a book by this author, but I love this book. So I can't remember what they are now, but I read a previous, like, first and second book in a series of this author's, and they were okay. They kind of felt repetitive, But then I got to this book and I absolutely fell in love, and I have some other books of hers that I really want to give a shot. But that is Pestilence by Laura Thalassa. Love the Four Horsemen series. We're following each love interest and each horseman in a book, and the girls are all trying to explain to the horsemen why they should save humanity, and also trying to convince themselves, you know, why should we be saved. So I absolutely love these. So good. Did not like the other series that I had read by her. I can't remember what it's called. The Queen something, I don't know, honestly. But definitely love this. One that I will always find my way back to eventually. So yeah. Number 7. I love this cover, but I didn't like this book. And for that, I'm going for one that I haven't even like thought about in years since it came out. And that is Gunslinger Girl. I think it's by Lindsay Ellie. I love this cover. So beautiful. But it was not, I don't know, it just was not a good book on the inside. And I just was bored. And it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. And it just felt like it needed more. And I don't know. I'm just so sad because this cover is stunning, but the book was not. Number 8. I don't like this cover, but I love this book. And I mean, I think we can all agree on this. I'm sure that the artist worked very hard on this, but I mean, come on. We couldn't keep the same type of cover the other part of the series has going. Like, what is this? Why? Like, I understand, like, the symbolism behind the mask, but, like, whose idea was this? Who let this be put on this book? Yikes. Yikes. That's all I'm going to say about that. And finally, number 9 is to tag someone, and I just tag whoever wants to do this. I wanted to do it, so I did it, so just do it if you want to. But that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it down below if you liked it. Leave me a comment if you want, and subscribe if you want to. I'd greatly appreciate it. And until my next video, I will see you guys soon. Bye!